Welcome, everyone. This is your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, game master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. And make sure that you use my code for a special discount. Tonight, this video was inspired by a comment made by one of my viewers in a previous video from yesterday. I referred to him as Canticle, but he's Canto Free 27. I think that's his name, Canto Free, because it looks like he was having a bit of a difficult time finding role-playing groups. So I think that's worthy of a video. That's important to address because the tips that many people gave on how to find tabletop RPG books several decades back, well, not that much, right? Let's say a decade or two, a couple of decades back, they are very different from today. And this doesn't have to do with, oh, you use the internet and blah, blah, blah. No, this is about finer points. Finer points, of course, the internet is going to be featured in these tips and advice, but it's deeper than that. First, let's take a look at the cause of why it's sometimes difficult to find a role-playing group that is a tabletop role-playing group. Those people that like to role-play in tabletop role-playing games, because they are not common. I have mentioned so many factors, elements that have to do with why there are so few groups that actually role-play in tabletop role-playing games. Just to give a small summary, most people out there, they have conversations about the game. That is, they are having a conversation in the session. They are not role-playing, or they are very different from having conversations in character while playing your role. Excuse me. There are others that tell stories. There are others that do not understand the difference between non-player characters and player characters. So it's a complete mess. And how did this happen? It's related to so many things. But you could say that when Dungeons and Dragons first came out, it was really close to the Dave Arneson idea, based completely on the Blackmoor campaign. But as Gary Gygax commercialized Dungeons and Dragons, and the Gary Gygax did not understand roleplay. Dave Arneson was the source, the father of tabletop role-playing games. And Gary Gygax, well, he was a gamer that is a war gamer, board gamer, and he communicated Dungeons and Dragons a bit like very too far away from roleplay. He never understood that. The first time Gary Gygax came to his house with Rob Kuntz after they participated in a session from Dave Arneson, they were fascinated, but they didn't get it. They couldn't understand how he did it. So of course, they were trying to sell a product. They released it without no instructions whatsoever on how to roleplay. So it was up to the Dave Arneson and those that played with Dave Arneson to communicate the essence of roleplay. I hope I have been doing the best possible job at communicating that within my limitations, so that you can understand the essence of role-playing games. You have seen many of my RPG tips videos. So there is that. As the years went by, the original role-play idea separated significantly within certain demographics from the Dave Arneson idea, the role-play idea. And now they are not playing a role. They are having conversations. They are telling stories, etc., etc., etc. If you need examples on how to roleplay in a tabletop role-playing game session, please check out the front of my channel, all of my actual plays. Putting that aside, and this is my personal opinion, YouTube, this is science fiction YouTube. The current times, there are a lot of crazy people. They are married to various religions, politics, lots of politics and religions. The Dunning-Kruger syndrome, they don't apply the scientific method. They're waiting for someone else to tell them about spirituality, about science. They're always waiting for someone to tell them, the scientists, the priests. They are NPCs. In science fiction YouTube, so usually you don't want to play with those people, right? So there are many obstacles because you're looking for intelligent, imaginative people that are willing to roleplay in tabletop role-playing games. So how can you find them? We live in times where forums and Discord servers, they ban you completely. If you say something against their politics, against anything, even against roleplay, as simple as that, if you, I have been to those Discord servers when you actually are looking for role players, or you give tips on role playing, and they go nuts. They show all of their issues. They don't want people to role play in tabletop role playing games. How sad is that? So there are several obstacles now. When it comes to advice for, and this Canto Free 27 did not ask for advice. I am just using that conversation for material for this video. But if I were to give advice to him or to anyone else on how to find role players, you need to put effort and resources. That is, you need to search for channels, for forums, where you see that there are people that roleplay. I have actually found several people that way in various, you could even go to forums, sometimes Discord servers, and just pay attention. Pay attention to when someone mentions roleplay or speaking in character or describing the character's actions, describing what the character is saying. And those people, you want to zoom into them. Target locked. Because first, it is quite possible that they may end up banning them from the server. One of my players, I'm not going to mention the name because I don't think he wanted that experience to be made public. He actually participated in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, in a D&D game, 5th edition, and he wanted to create a certain character, multi-class a certain character. And he got attacked so much because, oh no, that combination of multi-class is not optimal. But he wanted to roleplay that. No, they wanted to control the character that he was creating. And they kicked him out just because he didn't want to play a particular class or subclass or multi-classes that they wanted the group. How authoritarian can you get? So yes, it's quite horrible. Others have told me that when they are looking for people that roleplay, at first they think it's going to be somewhat easy. And not only do they end up like with no one, they almost like hear the crickets. Sometimes they get attacked as well. So you have to pay attention. Look for channels such as mine, where I talk about tabletop role-playing games. I've been organizing tabletop RPG sessions as well. In Monday, this Monday, we're continuing the Astoria campaign featuring Quick and Classic. In the start of April, we are playing Cult the Divinity Lost. I am also playing, I have like a little surprise. I don't want to give too much details, but let's say there is a surprise coming. I'm going to be playing another session, but that session is quite unique. It's going to be one of a kind because there is no other like it in YouTube. And so my advice is that you need to swim through this sea of crazy, of madness that is happening in the world in current times. Science fiction YouTube, this is science fiction. And look for those people that actually want to roleplay. And you need to put the effort as well. If you need a camera, microphone, start saving for those, for the camera, for the microphone. Everything else is pretty easy to get. You have dice apps. If you don't have dice of different types, get those dice apps. You always have access to pencil and paper, of course. But the groups are out there. You just need to look for the channels, even though it's going to take a while. Good things usually take a while. But as usual, for anyone that is looking for role playing, tabletop role playing games, you have my channel and probably some servers or forums that I haven't seen yet. To be perfectly honest, I haven't found them. It is part of my intention to use my channel as a place where perhaps role players can gather. And it's a very sad thing not to play tabletop role playing games when you actually want to play tabletop RPGs. There are people, maybe I should give a should I do like a RPG horror stories video some one of these days, giving you an example of how sad that can be when you are just like reading about tabletop RPGs and watching videos about tabletop RPGs and talking about tabletop RPGs, but and you want to play them, but you don't put the effort. It's very important to push that, to give to enact that extra oomph to get that group going. Create your own group. If you don't find a group, create your own. Join an existing group, whatever it takes, because otherwise it's going to be a very unsatisfying experience. And this is not to criticize those that like tabletop RPGs but are not interested in playing. There are actually people like that, believe it or not. They enjoy reading the settings, the rules, but they have no interest in playing tabletop RPGs. I don't know why. But yes, write in the comment section of this video, in my community posts, that you are looking for a tabletop RPG group. You never know. You never know who is going to answer the call. And so I hope this video, even though it has not like the best tips, it's basically just telling you it is considerably difficult if you want to find a group with actual role players, but they exist. We exist. Pay attention, be on the lookout. I'm always placing my ads when I'm about to start a new tabletop RPG session. I plan to perhaps I should be always like, how you say, on the lookout for spots on my schedule to organize one shots. At the moment, I am only interested in keeping the Asteria campaign going. That is because I have my sessions in Mexico, but here in the internet, I want to keep with the Asteria campaign. I'm going to run Cult Divinity Lost. After Cult Divinity Lost, I have intentions of running other one-shots. And like I said, this special project, maybe after this special project, maybe I'll be running something else, who knows? So stay tuned, take a look at my channel, my community posts. Write down in the comment section, I am looking for role players to create my role-playing group. Save that money if you need resources for camera, for a microphone. It's worth it. You don't need like the highest of high quality. Take a look at my older actual plays. My video camera was pretty low quality, lo-fi, super lo-fi. Like, so I hope this video was entertaining at least and informative, hopefully. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. You can also check out the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, roleplay solves everything. Once again, thank you and see you later.